Question number 12, Honourable Ruth Dyson.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Conservation. Does he stand by all his statements?
Mr Speaker.
Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Yes, particularly my statement to Fish and Game and to federated farmers that New Zealand will make more progress on improving water quality through collaboration than through conflict.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Honourable Ruth Dyson.
Why did he say that Fish and Game struggles with the concept of being a statutory body but behaving like a rabid NGO, and that they had to decide which they wanted to be, or, quote, the perks of being a statutory body could go, close quotes, if not to threaten them with that loss?
Mr Speaker.
Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr Speaker, I dispute those statements as to what was said at the meeting. I think it's a bit of a commentary of the season. That exaggeration and overstatement just goes with the time of the year. I think the notes that were taken by an independent dock official are pretty accurate record. And actually, David Haynes' original comments that my contribution was very professional, I thought was also quite accurate.
Mr Speaker.
Order. Supplementary question, the Honourable Ruth Dyson.
When he said, as recorded by his dock official, that Fish and Game needed to work out what they wanted to be, a statutory body with legislation and a relationship with government, or an NGO, did he threaten their statutory monopoly? If not, what does the further comment recorded by the dock official, quote, statutory monopoly, exclamation mark, big issue, mean in the notes?
Speaker.
Honourable Dr Nick
Mr
Smith.
Speaker, I get lots of commentary from rural fish and game licence holders who object to having to pay compulsory fees to an organisation that then uses that money to criticise the very industries that sustain those rural communities. I did say to Fish and Game that they need to ensure that they are pro-freshwater quality and don't get in the space of being anti-rural industries like farming.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Honourable Ruth Dyson.
Why did he describe the Fish and Game irrigation billboard campaign, how much is too much, as, quote, a problem politically, and then say to them that when you cause trouble you burn goodwill? And how does those comments relate to their legal obligation to maintain, manage and enhance a fish stock?
Mr Speaker.
Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr Speaker, I made some generic comments to Fish and Game that they needed to be more collaborative in improving fresh water. It was actually, Mr Speaker, a member of the Fish and Game Council itself that raised criticisms of the billboard campaign. It was a member of the council that actually said they thought it was unwise and they voted against it, but that the director of Fish and Game wanted to proceed. I actually don't think that billboard campaign did anything to advance the key issue of freshwater quality.
Supplementary question. Order. Order. Supplementary question, Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker, speaking of billboards, is the government running any kind of program around recycling of billboards? Because I can feel about 20,000 vote positive ones that need to be taken down after today's...
Again, no, order. Settle down. Order. There is no ministerial responsibility of the Minister of Conservation. Order.
Point of order, Speaker.
Order. We have a point of order from the Right Honourable Winston Peters.
I seek leave for the Prime Minister to ask a similar question again so he can make a fool of himself twice.
Order. The member knows he can't seek leave for another member. That concludes questions.
Supplementary question, Mr Speaker.
Supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr
Honourable
Speaker.
Ruth Dyson.
Has the Minister rung Mr Lindsay Lyons of Fish and Game, or 6 of the other participants who have been reported as being prepared to swear under oath of the accuracy of Mr Haynes' comments about his threats, and has he threatened them with legal action as well?
Speaker.
Right, the Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr Speaker, I spoke to Mr Lyons on the telephone last Friday. He apologised to me what had occurred after the meeting, saying it wasn't intended as a public meeting and that the public comments were most unfortunate. Mr. Speaker, and I feel this is simply a matter of election season. It's a season of exaggeration and misquotation. I stand by the written records of the meeting that were taken at the time.
Order. That concludes questions for oral answer. I call on Government Order of the Day number 1.